Hi, and welcome to On the Ride 25. This is our 14th episode. For some of you who didn't know, we had a 13th episode.
We had a 13th. Yes, we did.
For some reason, I don't know if you guys caught it. You might want to go back and catch the 13th episode because it was really good and not enough people saw that one. By the way, I'm Dominic and this is Scott.
Yep.
Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for joining in. And I'm going to start off with, if you guys have watched the episode, Scott has his etiquette show. His little etiquette.
Unwritten rules of cycling or etiquette.
And, so we're going to talk about why we have them. And this is a really good example. Last week was the Tour of Foothills.
Yes.
And Scott and I decided to just ride along the route, say hi to people, and we know a lot of people on that.
It was a designated coffee ride.
Yes, but we were going to see a lot of people we knew.
Yes.
So as we're riding down this road, we see people that we don't know, actually,
right.
And they're riding really hard.
Yes.
And this is a 100-mile ride, and this is about 30 miles into it.
Maybe 30.
Yeah, and they're red-faced, and they're like, there's about 8 of them. But they're all like separate. I'm like,
they weren't working together.
They were not. And they were matching jerseys, some of them too.
Yeah. I don't know if they knew each other or if they were friends, but they were riding like they didn't.
Well,
or they weren't friends.
Well, and we're going to give the part of, so finally, about a couple miles down the road, they all get together in a group.
Yes.
And I thought about jumping in with them, but something about this told me not to.
Yeah, there was something about the skill level that we could see in the pedal stroke.
I just saw, I'll just watch from afar.
Let's ride maybe about 75 yards off this group. Yeah.
And there's a good reason why we did. Yeah. So a couple seconds later, we see the big scatter.
Yes.
Which we all know what that means.
Yes.
And then we see one guy go right, go left, go right, down.
Yeah.
So we ride by, and this guy was, by the way, up in 1 second.
Oh, yeah.
He was he basically almost bounced and was back on his bike already.
Well, like I've always said, adrenaline and an embarrassment will make you walk off a broken leg.
Well, and when he didn't have that, luckily. So what happened was all the rules of riding were not followed. The guy in front of him did not point out a rock.
That was it.
A gigantic rock, by the way. It wasn't like a little rock. So he runs it over.
Yep.
And flats.
Front flat,
big blowout, catches the bike. Luckily, he was fine.
Yeah,
but
it was a slow speed fall, but nonetheless a fall.
He did scrape a lot of speed off before he fell to the ground. Yeah. So you're wondering why these rules exist and why cyclists are kind of nervous to people they don't know very well. This is the number one reason why.
Yes.
It is like you got to trust the person in front of you, and if you're in the front, you have to think about the people behind you.
Correct. You've got to point out. You got to point out the obstructions. You got to point out the dangers. You've got to let people know that are close behind you what's coming up because they can't see it, especially if they're on your wheel.
They're all your friends when you're riding.
Yes.
Remember, there's a group ride. Everyone behind you is your friend. You've got to look out for everybody. So that is why.
Particularly on a 100-mile ride, you want that help later in the ride.
Yes.
At mile 70, you want them to take a pull.
And another thing, don't ride that hard early on a ride.
Yeah.
That's the rule of people who have not.
So unwritten rules in cycling etiquette, there is a place for that.
And there's a reason why it was. We got to witness why you don't just right after saying about it. So
there you go.
Go ahead. And Scott has something else here.
So I got on the heels of that, I've got two more unwritten rules or cycling etiquette. Kit. Your kit should be fresh and clean before you ride. If it's worn or getting see-through, it should be retired, or at the very least, keep it in the garage for your trainer rides.
No one wants to see the moon.
No, nobody wants to see what the good Lord gave you.
No,
the cycling kit in and of itself leads nothing to the imagination. We don't need it to be see-through also.
100%.
Yeah. All right. And the next one, town signs.
Oh, 100%. We all know that is the official.
That is the
sprint of every ride.
Every ride. It doesn't even matter if it's a coffee ride. The sprinting for town signs is a must, and it's always allowed.
100%. No matter what. It could be a zone 1 ride. If there is a city limit sign and you sprint for it, it's okay.
Yeah. If you're working with a coach and your coach tells you that this is a zone 1 ride only, you're still got to sprint for that town sign.
100%.
Yeah.
And it only needs to be 2 people.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it. Two or more.
Two or more, you're sprinting for a town sign.
100%.
Yeah. All right.
I like it. Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Next up, a lot of controversy in the cycling world. Luke Rowe.
Yep. This is 100%.
Yeah. So Luke Rowe made a comment on
talking to Geraint Thomas
on that podcast about if Tadej Pogačar could ride, or if he was to ride a 10-year-old bike or a bike from 10 years ago,
Right,
even a top level tour 10-year-old bike, could he still win? And I say yes and no. So yes,
Okay.
yes, he could win if it was a one-day race. I think he still has the power and the skill to pull down a win on a 10-year-old bike in a one-day race. In a Grand Tour, absolutely not.
Okay, I'll go maybe
Oh,
on the
okay.
first one,
All
and
right.
definitely not another one. And why do you think?
Okay, so I've been up and down the internet
Yes.
looking for numbers, and these are conservative numbers, okay? So tires between now and 10 years ago have an estimated benefit of 17 watts. So the tires from 10 years ago till today, you get a benefit of 17 watts.
Come on, keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah. Helmet, 7 watts. Skin suit, 18 watts. Wheels, 6 watts. And today's bikes, over a 10-year-old bike, 27 watts. That's a total of 75 watts that Taddy would be giving up every day, all day long in a Grand Tour for 21 days.
So I would round that number down a little bit because it's a little bit kind of
Okay.
We'll say 50.
These were conservative numbers,
I know.
by
I'm
the
going
way.
to say at least just say 50
Yeah.
watts an hour times all the hours.
Sure.
There's no way.
I don't
There's
believe
no
so.
way.
Not in a Grand Tour. I mean, you could try to convince me otherwise. We'll take the comments, bring them on, but
You know, I love arguing with you,
yeah.
but I can't because I think he would not beat the top guys in there with losing 50 watts minimum a day, an hour a day.
Yeah, an hour
So
a
that's
day.
5 hours a day.
Right.
Losing those watts, just gone.
Gone.
I mean, he's not. If 50 watts is for me, that's a sprint difference. No, but it's a huge difference. 50
is a
watts.
huge
People don't.
difference.
You know what the difference is? There's a difference between going 300 watts and 350 watts.
I'll even say, and I have no scientific background to back this up, but there is a huge difference between 50 watts when you're doing between 150 and 200, and 50 watts when you've got to do between 380 and 420 or 450, right? I mean, that's real power. That's real sustained power at that end.
I 100% agree.
Right.
And this is at 25 miles an hour.
Yes.
And so we know the riding.
These numbers were calculated at 24.8 miles per hour, which is about the average speed of the Grand Tour.
Right.
Right. All day long.
No, that's why I think even a one-day race would be difficult. So you're telling me he's going to give up, let's say on what the fuck's the name of the race? Well,
Lance and Remo?
No.
That's a long day. Can
I
you
know, that
imagine
one
giving
doesn't-
up? Can you imagine giving up those watts all
But
day
think
long
about it.
from Lance and Remo?
They don't even fucking ride in the wind the whole time. That one
Well,
doesn't count.
true.
So that one doesn't count. Think about even Flanders. So Flanders, at the end of the race, he was able to probably outmuscle
Matthew Van Der Poel?
by probably about 50 watts.
Yeah.
So you're telling me he's going to give up because that's a 6-hour race.
Yeah.
So for 5 hours, he's going to give up 50 free watts to him and then still put 50 watts?
You're not winning that race.
I don't think he's doing it.
No.
So I don't think he'd win. I don't think he'd win any big long race like that. I mean, could he win a race? Sure, he's Tadej.
Sure.
But
I say,
so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say.
yeah. We'll leave it up to you guys in the
I've seen
comments.
the
Argue
internet.
with us, agree with us, whatever you want.
I know I've seen guys, friends of mine, posting, oh, blah, he's got the motor, blah, blah, blah. Every motor has got a maximum.
Yeah.
And you're not going to give away free anything. You're not going to take, plug up your exhaust pipe in your race car and think you're still going to win. So there you go.
There we go.
Love it.
All right. That one's, we'll put that one down. Next up, shoes. So we talked a little bit about this many episodes ago, right?
This is great.
This is, we'll show you the image. We'll have our producer Benjamin put the images up of these things. But so Q36.5, they're a cycling brand. They do apparel and shoes. They have road shoes out at $600.
Right.
Earlier this year, I guess it was late last year, Specialized with their new S-Works road shoe, $700.
And we thought, who is going to spend $700 on a shoe? It looks nice.
It
but
looks nice,
it's
yeah.
$700.
$700, right, for a top-of-the-line road shoe. Well, Lore 3 Performance says, hold my beer, guys. They have come out with a road shoe for, now these are custom shoes,
Right.
okay, $2,000.
I saw the ad.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
$2,000, and their off-road is $2,100 for mountain bike shoes or gravel shoes.
Yeah, I saw it. And the best thing, wait till we show you this ad.
Oh, this is awesome.
There's a guy talking about it with his bike. What would you say his bike is? I would say it is
it had rim
a
brakes.
15-year-old,
Yeah,
$1,500 bike back then.
maybe. I think it was it's hard to tell because I was desperately trying to read the frame in the background.
But it was like,
I think it was a KHS maybe.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
But definitely his shoes were worth 5 times the price of that bike's worth.
Yeah.
And there's no way that guy was going to buy those shoes with that bike.
It would
I'm just
seem
saying.
strange at best to invest $2,000 in a pair of shoes when you're riding a
And
$100 bike.
who's the marketing genius behind this?
I don't know.
Roll in a freaking brand new Monday or something like that, or Pinarello or something.
Go
behind
talk
there.
to local, rent a bike from the local
Just
bike
borrow
shop,
one, put it in
and
front
do
of
it out in the back parking lot of the bike shop, right?
It's the best. I mean, if you're going to try to push a $2,000 pair of shoes, which is ungodly because shoes don't last. I mean,
how long are you going on a pair of shoes before?
I mean, let's say you could stretch it for 2 years.
I would say 3 maybe is getting on the outer edges.
You're talking-
depending on how much you ride, obviously.
I'm going to say you're a top level guy riding top level time because you're spending $2,000 on a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
You're not a rec rider or a guy like me who I can make my shoes last as long as I want. I just want a new white pair of shoes.
Let me ask you a quick. How many pros do you think are riding even custom orthotics? Maybe 20% of the
I
Peloton?
think almost all of them.
You think all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
All right. That's fair.
a very high level. We're in orthotics.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Now, Lore 3 Performance, they do claim that these shoes have more power gains than an upgraded frame or wheel set.
I saw that.
Yeah.
It is great.
Yeah, that's
So,
great.
I know.
All right. Well, we'll see where it goes. We'll see.
Love it.
Am I going to see you in a pair for Christmas?
They sent me a pair. But the problem is they're not even that good looking.
No, they're not. They're really awful
I mean,
in comparison to.
Well, the thing is, I will give custom shoes. No custom shoe looks great.
Yeah.
Because it literally is a custom shoe and it doesn't have that beautiful finish. Hold on.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's a brand new pair of my next king of shoes. These are mass-produced, beautiful CDs that are handmade Italian leather.
Yeah.
They look great.
Hey,
So-
for two guys that don't get sponsored by CD, that was a pretty good commercial.
It is. That's
Yeah.
right. Go ahead.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all I got on cycling shoes.
That's plenty.
Yeah. Next up, Chris Froome finally retires.
Was he racing still?
I don't know.
I know he's collecting checks.
He was collecting checks for the last 5 years, but I don't know that he was racing for the last 5 years. So that's it for him. And that's also, oddly enough, that's also it for Israel Premier Tech, the team that he belonged to. They are getting disbanded or at the very least rebranded.
Yeah, it's an interesting situation.
Yes.
So it's deciding the politics and sponsorship is a slippery slope in cycling.
Very.
What's next? Are you going to go after Ineos for power or for they're a power company?
Yeah.
I mean, it is interesting. So I don't want to get 100% into the politics of this because I have my opinion.
I definitely want to stay away from the politics of it, but it's a slippery slope because I think if you start judging professional cycling teams where sponsorship is hard enough to get anyways.
Right.
It's been said that, a $25 million annual budget for a pro cycling team is nothing. You are the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
And to go after a cycling team for things that are going on in the world, that's a slippery slope. I mean, if you start judging cycling teams based on the country they're from or the business that supports them, the Peloton's going to get real small real fast.
It already is.
Yeah.
The sponsorship pool is very small.
Right.
So I agree with you.
So, I don't know. Let's just enjoy the sport for the sport of it and maybe not get into the weeds of where the money comes from. Right?
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't think it can happen, but I do like it.
Yeah. All right.
Cycling is was proven this year how easy it is to affect it by a small group of people, literally changing the whole landscape of a bike race.
Right. It leads the question, if it was that easy to do at the Vuelta to, kind of go after Israel Premier Tech, what team is next? What team is next on the chopping block for either the business that supports them or a rider that they have that is from a particular country in the world.
Right. Or a rider that has particular political views that someone may not agree with.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it is tough.
Yeah.
And cycling is a very tough sport to have sponsorship in.
Sure.
So I got one more thing on sponsorship.
Hit it.
This is my thing. How many of you guys out there are actually aware of the sponsorship of the teams? I mean, like Alpecin,
They're a shampoo company.
do you buy their stuff?
I look for it. I will admit.
I bought one for you.
You did. And
you get it
it was great shampoo.
You can get it in Amazon. It just comes to your house.
Yes.
You push the button, it's there.
Yeah.
But I mean, not only that, people, I think, need to go whatever part of the cycling sport you're part of. The minimum support you could give is just to at least look at the sponsorships.
Sure.
What it is. I mean, who's sponsoring this bike race? At the mountain bike races, who's sponsoring? It's a car show, just take a look at. If you're looking for a new car, look at it. Subaru or whatever it is. They still sponsor lower level teams now, but they still sponsor. Take a look at these guys who sponsor cycling. It's like it's not a lot. I'm not saying you have to buy this stuff. No. But if you have a choice, like a simple thing is shampoo, buy the shampoo. It makes no difference.
Yeah, if it's between A and B and they're equally set,
right,
go for the one that sponsors or supports cycling.
That goes right to you.
Yeah, right to me.
So coming up next, we're gonna have Trish Mayo on. She has a really good cycling group around this area. It's a rec group, and we're going to talk to her about what's it like to being a rec cyclist and what her group stands for and does. And it's not something that you and I always are part of because we kind of like to play the faster racer type, even though
play. I think play is the optimum word there.
It's 100% play because that's a long time ago in the rearview mirror. But I like to pretend it once in a while. We have a great guest here, Trish Mayo.
Hi, everybody.
So Trish Mayo is one of the co-leaders of one of the coolest names of a riding club there is. So Trish, what's the name of your club?
We are known as the Psycho List.
The Psycho List. That's a cool name. I think it's really cool.
Very cool.
So I'm not clever enough to come up with something like that. So I thought, who came up with the name, by the way?
Actually, my husband and our son, they were having a conversation. And we were having to come up with a name for our ride group for meetups. And it just kind of evolved. Just psycho, just a play on words. Psycho List. And that's kind of how it came to be.
Well, it's awesome. Yeah. I love it. So Trish is one of the co-leaders of the Cyclist, and they kind of merged together with the Cycling Connection also?
Cycling Connection,
so
yes.
Cycling Connection was around for a long time.
Yes.
And then it kind of was like, I don't want to say kind of dying a little bit maybe. Needed a little jolt, like every club does. They needed, and they kind of came to you guys and.
Right. We were just always doing our rides, and the Saturday morning ride was a standard ride. It was a great ride, and it's still happening, believe it or not. So we encourage you to show up, and it's great for endurance. But we wanted to do other rides, and we fell in love with mountain biking, and there's people who like to gravel ride. So we just found ourselves doing other rides. But we're still there. We're still part of Cycling Connection, and in fact, it's part of our. We use Cycling Connection for our philanthropies. We have. What's right here, the paper route ride. I
know. For you guys don't notice, her shirt is a newspaper, so hopefully you guys can kick a look. It's pretty cool. It ties in really nicely.
Yeah, and so what that is, it's a ride that takes place every June, and the money goes to the mountain bike team for Damien and different people, different groups who are in need of money for just extra funds for their organizations. Bahati is another one, and also Dorothy Wong, and also there's another one, Project Hero. It varies. It's different from every year, and it's kind of whoever's in need. So if you have an organization that could utilize some funds, we do some fundraising for them through our Cycling Connection.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So if anybody's looking to get in touch with you to help you out a little bit, how would they do that?
They would contact my husband, Richard Mayo, and we would just have a conversation, have a meeting, and see how we can contribute.
Perfect.
Definitely. And it's really fun to actually ride with them and kind of get to know them and see what they're about.
For people that haven't ever been part of your ride but are watching this and they're starting to get interested, is it all levels?
I would say so. There are some ride groups that actually define A, B, C, and all that, but we never did. We're just kind of like, come out and meet us and show up and ride. And if it's not happening for you, just flip it, at this certain street, and hopefully we'll see you again. But more times than often, people come out, they have fun. And like I was saying earlier, I consider myself more of a hostess. And I'm going to accommodate that ride to the newest rider and the ability just to see how they are and watch them and make sure they're moving along. And a lot of times they show up and they're really strong. People don't know what they can do until they just show up.
They've got a lot more in their legs than what they think.
I don't even want to tell them, we're doing 40 miles today. And they're like, I can't do that. And they did 50. So.
Sure.
What does cycling mean to you? Because because we were going to ask this question, trying to find a way to ask it correctly, but because it's so ingrained into your personality and what you do. I mean, what does it actually mean to you?
Well, we're recreational riders for the most part, but there are some people they're very strong, and some of them were racers at one time. So, and they just ride regularly now with. I don't know, the everyday person, cyclist.
No, exactly.
And what's really fun is when you host a ride, I'm always kind of impressed with myself. Like, wow, I was able to hang on with these guys for like maybe 15 miles, and then they're gone. And I'm okay with that because I know the area and I can find my way home, and I'm with my group of people, and we're going to work our way back. But yeah, it's I tell people just get a bike, whatever you can afford. Whatever you're going to graduate to the next level of a bike if that's important to you. It's not the end all be all. We have people that show up wearing not flip flops, but tennis shoes or regular clothes. They're not all suited up, and that's okay. We just want to ride bikes. There's no judgment, and I think that's where people feel comfortable riding with us because everybody's welcome.
Oh, I love it. That's exactly what I was asking.
And there's other people that they fall in love with it, and then next thing you know, they're signing up for crits, and they're on the race circuit. It just kind of blows your mind. I think of like John Tuixian. He kind of came from out of nowhere, and he loves riding. And
he does.
It's his thing. So
no, I think it's great, and I think that's. It seems like it's almost a forgotten part of the cycling. At least the road cycling is that the rec cyclist seems to be the almost a forgotten person, which is the biggest group there is. The only time they remember them is when they're doing a Gran Fondo because maybe it's hard to monetize or hard to keep track of what they're doing and where they are. But I think that's some of the most fun rides you'll do would be with the rec groups and the rec rides. Well,
it's a ride that's for everybody, and even previous racers will find themselves coming back to us and having fun again. Hopefully, as you did when you first started riding bikes.
Love it.
All right. I love it. I love it.
So for you, what does racing mean? Cycling, not local, pro. Do you keep track of any of it? Does it matter to you? Other than the Tour de France, do you keep track of any of the stuff going on, or I always try to wonder where that lands.
I always loved attending the San Dimas stage race. That was always fun because it was local. And in the Amgen Tour, I missed that big time. That was so much fun. I love to dress up in costumes and be a superhero for the day.
That was so fun. You were one of them. You were one of them, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And I have so many fun photos and memories of all of those. So no, I think it's important and it's fun to follow. And I believe it was Netflix that had a series a couple years ago where they did like more of a behind the scene of the tour. So I like that because then you kind of really get to know the riders more so. And
that was an interesting.
Yeah, I loved how they would
Netflix.
talk and, in the van and, okay, you're going to ride this way today and we're going to support you. And of course, for me, I'm always thinking, well, when is this person going to be able to go out and have the light shine on him? And
never. You go get the water bottles and then you go to the front.
Yeah.
That's not, know your place.
It was wow. Got to be out there. And
yeah, wow. There's a few.
Yeah.
And he was just here locally doing a local ride.
How did I miss that?
You didn't see that? It was last week, right?
Last week, and then a couple of weeks before that, Matthew Vanderpool was out.
Oh my gosh! Yeah. Okay, that would have been really exciting. Was that hosted by the Specialized Stores?
No, it was not. It was hosted. No. When was
Canyon was all on top of it for Matthew Vanderpool, and he did it. He did the group ride, the midweek group ride through Griffith Park.
Oh my gosh!
Which was. By all accounts, everything I saw on Instagram and the internet was I did not.
Missed that one.
Yeah, totally missed it. But it looked awesome. And then about a week and a half or maybe 2 weeks later, Wout Van Aert came out.
Oh my gosh!
And did a coastal ride up PCH.
Yeah, it was a Red Bull sponsored event. Yeah,
Red Bull.
They were riding with the Legion guys. It was pretty cool.
That would have been so fun. Yeah.
So I at least here in the local Southern California area, I mean, that's got to be a big shot in the arm for local cyclists to know that Pro Tour guys are coming here and making an appearance.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And what I love seeing is these younger kids who are cycling. And I'm thinking, wow, is it their parents that got them riding or what? It could just be, like InCycle or what is it, SE Velo, the different ride groups. But they're discovering it, and they're getting younger. As you know, these tours, they're like 21, 22, and they're just getting younger and younger. And I'm like, how did they discover cycling?
I know. It's unfortunately here, there's not a really
impressive.
Big...
there is some talent out there.
No,
I don't know all
here.
their names because you asked me the question, like, what do you think about the racing? And if it's on the scene and it's nearby, I want to watch and cheer them on. But I don't know everybody's name right now. There was a time where we really followed and knew a lot of the people, but
they would ride within your groups more than it seems like
we launched them. No, I'm kidding.
I bet you have. I'm sure
Probably might have.
They've come through. Like the boys ride bikes, getting ridden with you guys. I mean, a lot of people have ridden with you over the years. So it's just kind of they have to start somewhere.
Right. I mean, so it's like, a lot more. Married with children now, but
right, their children will be riding with you.
Yes,
that's one of the things about being in the industry. As long as I have, we have employees that had their kids work for employees and their kids. That's tells you how old you are.
Yeah.
So for what's your rollout time for that Friday ride that leaves Euro Cafe?
8:30.
8:30. So if you're interested, 8:30 Euro Cafe. Meet up with Trish, and she'll take you down the road. Particularly if you're getting back into the sport or you're getting into it for the first time.
Or just want to ride. That's
or
if
you've got the time to ride.
And I've done your Christmas ride once before.
Oh yeah.
When is that one? That's really fun. When is that? That's the one that's worth just everybody going to that one. When is that one coming up?
What we're doing now is we're doing an afternoon ride where we meet out in the beach area and we go look at the boat parade in Newport.
Oh, it's different now.
Yeah. So that's kind of something we're doing. In the past, we used to have like a breakfast. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't done that. If you want to host it, I'm happy. I love to come up with routes, and we end up somewhere for breakfast that morning. But yeah, we haven't. We need to have a meeting if we're going to do that, and it needs to happen really soon. Probably like the first or second Saturday of December.
I know it's coming up. The holidays are coming so fast.
It's coming so fast. We went away on our trip, and it's like it fast tracked the year.
Well, Trish, thank you very much for coming.
Yeah,
it was fun to have you. We always talk about every other part of cycling but this, and to me, I still think this is one of the quintessential parts of cycling that I think people forget about, and I think it's one of the most important parts. So thank you very much and for coming, and thanks for
having me.
Keeping
Bicycles are going to always be in fashion. And it gives you a reason to dress up in your spandex.
I know. And for you guys don't, she always dresses nice. She's always matching. She knows how to look.
I don't know about that.
She knows how to make her bike and accessories all look right together, which is good. He's the same way though.
You gotta love the matchy.
He likes matching too, so it's.
I think the best accessory is the smile. You're happy. You're happy when you're on your bike.
Look at that! God,
that tops all right.
Wow, that's the best line. Yeah. I can't find a better way to end this one.
That's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks again.
Thank you guys.
Hi. I hope you guys liked Trish. She was awesome. Thank you very much for coming, Trish. You were amazing. Your insights were definitely made me think a little bit more about cycling and what we got to appreciate what we do sometimes a little bit more.
Yeah.
So,
but maybe we're not too. Maybe guys like you and I, and a lot of other guys like you and I, don't get too serious about it.
No, and it's fun. We just have to enjoy that. Sometimes you have to enjoy why we started the sport, and her group and groups like that are just perfect for us to be part of. To do it once in a while. So, if you like what we've done, oh, by the way, watch our last episode 13, Lucky 13.
Lucky 13.
For some reason, you guys missed that one.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna have a new title soon. So maybe it'll do something better.
Differently.
But I think it's one of our best episodes.
I thought it was.
It was great. I thought we were great. Yeah. So I guess maybe we were the only people who thought we were great because it didn't get passed on. So we have something for you guys. The next 4 people who share our this podcast, you're gonna get a set of Camelback water bottles.
Hey, not too bad.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
do I qualify? Can I win them? No.
So no one in this room can room. So Benjamin, you can't win them either. Right. So hey, share it, talk about it, and we hope to see you. Subscribe. We're gonna try to be on Spotify soon. That's our next thing. We're working on that, but we're on On the Ride 25 on YouTube and Instagram.
Yep.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.
Adios.